All right, hello everyone. I decided I'm gonna go ahead and make another Wyvern deck tech video, cause why not? I had this pretty basic deck that I made a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and decided, let's make a deck tech video for it to show you what it is and let's see what you think of it. Basically, I'm gonna use two treasures that are the basis for this. This is kind of a modified. It's like a different version of my gold shortage deck, which I do have on this channel. I did do a deck tech of my gold shortage deck, which is also in this deck as well. But we're going to utilize in this deck, we're going to utilize Inflation. These are 4 cards from the Phoenix set. Inflation and Price Hike. Inflation says all dragons cost 1 more gold as long as inflation is in play. And Price Hike says all cards from players' hands cost 1 more gold while Price Hike is in play. Now, I'm pretty sure that 0 cost cards will now cost 1. And if you have 2, because we're running 2 copies of each, they'll cost 2. So 0 cost dragons, I believe, will cost 1. The other possibility, and I don't think this is the case, is that a 0 would still be 0. It's only those that have gold cost where the gold cost would be increased. So if you say all dragons cost 1 more gold, well, if 0 stays 0, that is a possibility. I think it costs 1. I'd like it to be 0. That would be nice. But I've only got 2 dragons in here that cost 0, so not a big deal. In the dragon deck, there are 20 cards, a couple Phoenix cards, and 1 Chameleon card. You can easily substitute the Phoenix cards for other dragons, which I'll point out. The Chameleon card is a native terrain dragon, so it doesn't need to be in the deck. It's not that big of a deal. I can show you another card you can substitute if you don't have any Chameleon cards. And if you don't have any Phoenix cards, obviously you're not going to build this deck. But these shouldn't be too hard to get. I may have even given some away. I might have some extras too. It's possible. We'll see. Anyway, let's go over the deck here. There's 20 cards in the Dragon Lair. Currently 52 cards, I think. 52? Yeah, 52 in the Treasure Hoard. So we're running very cheap dragons. We want to drain them of gold. We do have 3 expensive dragons that we ultimately want to win the game with. But again, this is a basic deck. There really aren't very many rares in here. Very few. I think the Chameleon Dragon isn't a rare. I don't think there's any rares in this deck. So it's a very easy deck to assemble. It's a fun, simple deck if you want to play with somebody who's newer to the game. Decks like this work well, other than it's going to annoy your opponent because you're going to hopefully drain them of gold. You could drain yourself of gold too, so you have to be very careful with decks like this. But we're going to run 6 scouts because scouts are cheap, and scouts are a great way to drain your opponent of gold, if you didn't know. So Amphitheater, one of the best, flying for free is excellent. Then we have Typhon, a non-flyer for free, still a good dragon. Mo-O is a okay dragon. He can get you a gold, but he costs a gold, so you really got to hit twice before you make anything. That's why I almost feel like that gold shouldn't be there, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong about that. Keo Lung is a nice dragon. We've got several dragons that if they lose the battle, you get an effect. So we're going to be playing some survival to also further annoy our opponent. He gets a card every time he loses a battle. And if we can keep him alive, more card draw. Then we've got Pan Lung, 0 flying scout, where flying dragons will lose a strength after a battle with him. So a minor little nuisance, which is certainly fine, can't hurt, but pretty weak ability for a gold cost. But it's still a good flying scout, so there's nothing wrong with it at all. Ryu is from Phoenix. You can easily substitute this for another scout. It's not a big deal. But he's a super flyer, and he's, I think, the only super flying scout in the game. So pretty cool. Lindworm is just another way that can lose a battle without dying. So we're going to have that little sub-theme in this deck. Then we have Green Dragon. So when Green Dragon loses a battle, the winning dragon loses any special abilities. Hopefully we keep him alive. We're going to run Golden Apples and Fountains of Youth. So we're doing that. One of my favorite dragons, Laidly Worm, little 1-strength dragon. When she loses a battle, the winning player must discard 1 card at random. There is also a discard theme in this deck, a minor theme, not much, just a little bit. And then Mocha Labembidabili, the Bumblebee dragon, as I like to call him. If he loses a battle, you get to draw a card. So he's certainly fine. And then we have our 3 big dragons. We've got Big Leviathan. We hope that we've drained our opponent, and hopefully we have enough gold that we can afford him, but this could be a problem. Then we have the flying 5-strength dragon, Celestial. And then finally our Chameleon dragon, which if you don't have Chameleon, you will not be able to play this card, but that's okay. I'll show you what to put out, but put it in replace of him. Riplet costs 5 for a 3-strength dragon, native terrain stream. We have 4 streams, so we can get him up to a 7-strength. When he loses a battle, opponent must pay you 2 gold. If they cannot pay, they must discard a card from their hand at random. So that's why he's in here. He fits the gold drain and the discard mini theme that's in the deck. So 4 streams, and we're running 3 snowdrifts. Well, let me show you what stream does. Let's do that first. Dragon's owner must pay 1 gold piece to the gold mine each of his draw phases that the stream is on the dragon. So one of the best terrains in the game. Hurt me bad the couple times I played at Gen Con. Snowdrift. Actually, I got hit with the snowdrift too. A dragon caught in a snowdrift must pay 1 gold piece to attack. Not as good as Stream, and it doesn't even get you a gold. Stream gets you a gold, but snowdrift is good. Running 3, could easily run 4, and then if you just take out Riplet, if you don't have Riplet, just run 4, and there's your 20 cards. So you have 8 terrains that can drain them of gold. Well, Stream will drain them of gold. They'll have to swap it out. They have to swap out their dragon to get rid of the Stream, and they can't attack with Snowdrift unless they can pay the gold. So it's a really effective. Those are real effective terrains for the game. All right. So the deck. Obviously, we've already shown you. We've got the 2 inflations. I could run 3 or 4 if you wanted to, and take out some other cards if you've got the copies. But these are from Phoenix, so you might not. And price hike can be nasty, but it affects you too. These affect you. So your cards and your dragons, you could all run out of gold very fast. So it's a little hard to play this deck. 4 Fountains of Youth to keep our guys alive who have the when they lose a battle thing, and just to keep them alive in general. And then 4 Knights to cancel the battles to just further annoy our opponent. So those are, and of course 4 Golden Apples. So those are the annoying cards that also prolong the game. But now let's get into our action cards. We're going to run 2 Meteor Showers, which is all you really need in a deck like this. You could run a 3rd one, possibly a 4th. I wouldn't do that many though. 2 or 3. Then we're going to run 4 Gold Shortages to further drain our opponent of gold. Now this is also draining us, so this can be a problematic card. And then we're going to run 4 Poisonous Air, which can also be problematic. All players lose 1 gold piece for each face-up dragon in their battlefield. And if you didn't know, if you didn't read it, and if I was going too fast, all players take 2 gold pieces from their gold piles and put them in the gold mine. So you lose 2 gold. Poisonous Air is very effective if they've got more face-up dragons than you. If you have 1 and they have 2, I'd still play it. If you both have 2, it depends on your gold versus their gold. Who's got the most gold? If they're getting low on gold and you've got like 8 gold and they've got like 3 or 4, I'd play it. Even though it's going to affect you too. It's going to cost you gold. But you want to drain them of gold. This is how we're going to hopefully win. while we're losing battles and surviving, hopefully we can also make them pay us 2 gold, because we're going to need gold. So this is one way to generate gold. So 4 of those. And my gold thief works a little differently than the regular game. The regular game says take 1 gold piece from any player's gold mine. What we decided to make the gold thief a little better is, and also take 1 from the gold mine. So your gold thief steals 1 from your opponent, and they steal an extra 1 from the gold mine. So you get 2. And I think that makes this a really good card, a better card. Another card you could play, but it might not be as good, is Gold Find. Everybody gets 2 gold instead of gold shortage, but that you're kind of defeating the purpose of draining them gold if you're going to give them gold. So I don't think I would run that. All right, so we still want to be able to fight. We want to be able to ultimately win battles, but we can't spend much gold. So these are free unless the price hike is in play. Then they cost 1 or 2. So 4 Dwarven armies for a +1 strength modifier, 4 fire breathing for a +1 strength modifier, and 4 magical swords for a +2 strength modifier. Now this can get real pricey. This can cost 2 gold if you got the price hike in play. So it's a little rough. And then we're going to run 2 armors to counter our opponent's strength modifiers. If you want, you can run steel strength. If you have steel strength, those are better than armor, but you don't need them if your opponent isn't playing strength modifiers. So if you're going to use a sideboard, you would side these out. We're also going to run 2 Dragon Slayers, 2 Lancelots, just to put them in the deck. If you have Sir Galahad, you might want to run those, which slay dragons of strength 4 or more. They're from Phoenix. But Sir Lancelot is good. And just to counter their Dragon Slayers, we're going to run 2 Marinos. No Kiss. There's no rares in here. This is a basic deck that we've constructed, which is a fun deck to play. So that is my, as I call it, my inflation price hike deck. And so I marked it here on my little box that I'm keeping the cards in, so I know what the deck is. It's not really a much of a name, but but I hope you like it. If you get a chance to play a deck like this, if you don't have these cards, well, I'm not quite sure what to tell you what to do. You can look for them. Somebody might be selling them on eBay. I might have some that I might be able to send you. It's possible. I can certainly double check. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back this weekend with some Wyvern drawings for free Phoenix cards and a couple other extra drawings of Wyvern cards too. So stay tuned for that. And if you're into L5R, go click on my last L5R video. Everyone who leaves a comment will get 20 free L5R cards. Also, if you click on the last Wyvern video I made, not this one, but the last one that I made that talks about the drawings that I'm going to have, everyone who leaves a comment on that video is automatically in the drawings for those free cards. So if you want more free Wyvern cards, leave a comment on that video. It's like 2 videos before this one on my page. Okay, I just made them a few days ago. All right? And this Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday, possibly Sunday, I'm going to hold the drawings for the Wyvern cards and for L5R cards. I'm going to be kind of giving away some really good L5R cards that have some value to them. We'll put it that way. All right. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.